viewers, thanks for tuning in to Mike's RC Corner. Of course, I'm your host Mike down here, going to do an unboxing today. If this is your first time here, hope you enjoy your stay, hope you click subscribe, and I got all kinds of videos about stuff like this and more. This one was sent to me by Banggood for independent review. This is a 1/12 scale RC from HBX, also short form HBX, and it's a 1/12 desert car called the Thruster, and this has four-wheel drive, and it has 2 speeds in it that you can flip it to, so you can do a little more high-speed driving, and you can gear it down for do some kind of trail-ish driving, some minor rock crawling type of terrain driving. So just gonna go over quick and see what we got here. Of course, it's ready to run. The radio's all in. Comes with a LiPo battery. And they say ball bearings throughout this whole thing. Quickly flip the box around, and you can see what they're up to. It comes in green and blue also. So guys, sit tight. I'll get this thing out of the box and I'll show you what all comes, and we'll give a quick overview. Alright, sit tight. Okay, boys and girls, we got this thing out of the box, and it's a little, I'm going to make a comment here, and it's go either way. I'm an experienced guy. I don't need the extra things that come with it, but it felt a little light here in terms of the charger. Nothing too special. Just plugs in, and you just charge off the balance lead. 800 milliamp hours though, so it should do the battery in about 2 hours of charging, but maybe a little more skimpy charger than you do see on some other RCs that come around. The manual is really light. There's not much here. I mean, the basics are here what you need, but a 6-page manual is all you get. It is all English though, but no part blow-ups, nothing about parts. If you break it, what part numbers are, how it goes together. So manual, I'd say is subpar for sure. It's got some specs on here. It's 400 millimeters in length, 230 width, 170 height, wheelbase 255, wheel diameter, so the height of the wheel is 90 millimeters, wheel width 38, and 390 brushed motor on here. So yeah, it's again the HBX 12889 RC. Comes in yellow, green, and blue. Radio's pretty standard fare. Plastic wheel, plastic grip. Trigger, not too bad. I have a medium hand. It should fit a large male hand. Only 2 here. You got steering and throttle trim. No dual rates, which is a little bit disappointing. On-off switch. Antenna nub. Standard fare though. Looks to be a small tray here. So it takes 2 AA's vertically, which is different too. So interesting stuff there. We'll have to see how that works out. That's my first radio I've ever seen that on, I believe. So we'll put that aside over here too, and we'll get down to the RC itself. Pretty cool looking stuff. I really like the body, and full size tire on the back, which is pretty neat. The body is sharp looking for sure, in my opinion. Thruster rate on it looks like it's bouncing out. These are stickers, and they are pre-applied. If you don't like it, you could peel them off if you like. The black striping here is in the paint scheme of the RC itself. I took the body clips off so I just wouldn't struggle with it on video, but they were easy to get off. You got 1 clip here in the back, 1 clip here on this side. They go vertically, and these ones go horizontally, and then this allows you to tip this thing right back and off. Pretty cool stuff. So there's the body, and it's off, and that's what it looks like over here on this side of the things. Now, one thing I might want to mention is that the radio had an auxiliary button, and I think that button there is what triggers the servo here to put it in higher or low gear. As you can see, there's a gearing system here, so pretty interesting stuff for that. I'll definitely have to look into that, and I'll talk more about that in the running video. ESC receiver combo here, and that's a 3-wire steering servo, and I'd say that's kind of like a 16 scale type steering servo, so it will be interesting to see how that holds up. There is a servo saver in the steering system over here. It doesn't look like it's adjustable, maybe by tightening the top screw, possibly. Got an on-off switch in an interesting spot on the outside, and clearly it looks like it could get dirt and gravel pushing in towards it, but that's an interesting spot for it. There's even a little cutout in the chassis for it to stick in and out, so definitely you can turn it on and off with the body on. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see how that works. Yeah, interesting 390 motor with a heatsink on it. It is a bit springy, but it feels better. Plastic shocks, caps, and I would say they are oil filled. The back ones feel more dampened than the front, that's for sure. The front don't feel like it got any oil in it. I can't say for sure it has oil in it. I'd have to take it apart and check. But definitely maybe something you might want to upgrade. I did do the upgrade on a competitor truck. This is the HBX. This is the Fiu truck here. And it's relatively the same wheelbase and same everything. And I put the Quantum Vandal stock shocks on it. And it totally helped the suspension in the rear for sure, and this might be a type of same solution that we can employ here on this truck too. So definitely we have something to compare it to. Lots of interesting stuff going on with this RC. Fairly lightweight, solid axle underneath, Phillips hardware for screwing everything down. You got an adjustable spot for the rear shocks, so you can, it's a little more laid out this way, or you can go vertical by bumping it up a hole. Just keep looking at this because it's my first time looking at it too. The bumper on the front's springy. These are threaded. Threaded linkages here, so you could widen them out by popping off the eyelet and twisting it out if you want to maybe do some toe adjustments on the front. Arms feel pretty solid on the front. I think the suspension will hold up. Now, I don't think this is the fastest RC you're ever going to drive, so I think it'll do pretty good. I think this thing clips in around 30-35 kilometers an hour on its top speed, probably. So, interesting to say the least. These kind of half hybrid rock crawler desert buggy things that come around. Now I'm just looking at the way the battery is mounted in here, something a little different than I'm used to seeing, and how it may come in and out. Looks like it just slides in and out right now. Yeah, just slides out, but it's held down by these crossbars, and there's no way to adjust it. It's interesting. And the other interesting is this kind of proprietary plug. I have not seen that plug anywhere else. It's kind of like a half Tamiya connector, but it's got a rounded It's kind of like a hybrid between a Tamiya connector and a XT60 connector sort of thing. So that's a little bit disappointing because that kind of limits your battery options. So maybe the best thing you could do if you want to run different batteries in it, if you have cylinder type trucks, which I do, cylinder type batteries kicking around, and I'll display one that's such like that has Deans on it. You may want to cut the ends off and switch these to Deans, and then you can have more batteries and get longer runtime. Speaking of the battery, 1500 milliamp hour, 7.4 volt. I'm guessing this is a LiPo. It could be light ion. We'll have to see. Probably light ion. That's my guess. So guys, this is the thruster truck. Really interested to see how it's going to hold up, putting it through its paces. You know, we'll do that. We're going to do that on a separate video. So appreciate you guys hanging in here with me and doing this exploratory video and seeing the overview of this truck and getting my first thoughts. As always, you know the drill. Leave the comments below, questions, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for Banggood for shipping this out to me to review. And again, I hope to catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate all the stuff you do with the views, comments, visiting the Facebook page, Twitter page, whatever. Keeping this channel live and exciting. And I'm glad to do these videos, and I hope to see you on the next one. Alright guys, take care and peace out.